Interesting. Hey everybody, how we doing? It's Matt with the DPI podcast. If anybody uses OBS, has yours been goofy here lately? Seems like mine with the Stream Deck update. I've had to reload some of my multi-step effects in for them to work properly, which is kind of weird. But no, we're here. It's July 26th. Got another news and notes show tonight, and we're going to have a little bit of fun. Peter with Princesses and the Mouse Disney Travel is going to jump on here soon to join us. But before he does that, I want to take a second to talk about the YouTube channel and a couple of different things that you're going to see around the stream here for the next month or so. Just to try some new things out. First off, the YouTube channel. Thank you guys all very much. We just reached 30,000 views on the YouTube channel. Which is very humbling. You know, we started this a couple of years ago and really just wanted to get out there and help people with their Disney trips and bring some fun into people's lives during the pandemic. And it's kind of grown into a little bit of a monster that we've got going on here. So like I said, 30,000 views, and we've got 140 subscribers now over there, which is awesome. So if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely go over there, check it out, see if it's something that you like. If it is, hit that subscribe button and let us know what you think. You know, hit one of the comments in the videos. You know, let us know what you want us to film. Let us know what you want us to talk about. And we'll definitely jump in there and talk about that stuff. On top of that, I'm going to start doing a weekly segment highlighting some of our best YouTube videos of the week, and let's jump into that. So this week, our two favorite videos by our viewers were Mickey and Minnie's Very Merry Christmas Party and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So a lot of Christmas goers and a lot of people looking for Mickey and Minnie stuff this week. It was awesome. Thank you guys all for watching again. And then our newest video is Avatar Flight of Passage. If you have passive 3D glasses, you can actually watch it on your screen and it works. And it's the Inatech glasses. So definitely want to check that out as well. Really good view of that from the center of the screen. So yeah, new segment we're going to do every week. Check out our favorite videos from our viewers from week to week. Also, you're going to see up here let's see, it's going to be right there. I'm going to start a Twitch follower goal. And really all this is to start building engagement over on the Twitch stream. I feel like Twitch is something that is rather untapped for a show like ours. So love to get some people that like to talk about Disney over there and following us on the Twitch stream, and we're going to kind of see how it goes. I don't know if it's something that we're going to continue to do, if it's something that we're going to do in a different version moving forward, but we're definitely going to be checking it out. Peter is like he's like covering his camera and like peeking, and I don't know what the hell he's doing. It's freaking me out. But with that being said, let me hit the ad and let's bring on Peter with Princess and the Mouse Disney Travel. The transitions aren't working as well this week for some reason. I don't know what's going on. But hey, Peter, how you doing?
So
Let me turn you on.
I refuse to come in without a transition. I'm leaving.
No, it transitioned. It just
Oh, okay. I mean,
It
I
was just
suppose I could be on for a crappy transition.
yeah, it transitioned to a black screen for some reason. I don't know what's going on. I just did a big update with my Stream Deck, and now all my buttons are working weird.
See, I can do it too.
Yeah, there you go. Fade to black transition.
I transitioned to a black screen.
So a few things to talk about on the Disney side this week, and I guess the big one to hit is D23. Now D23 every couple of years is basically how Disney announces everything that's going to be happening throughout the company, whether it's, they've had big Marvel announcements with upcoming movies, they've had big park announcements with, the expansions and all that kind of stuff. So D23 this year is the weekend after Labor Day, so the weekend that includes September 11th, and it sold out
2 days ago.
Yeah, a few days ago, which is the earliest sellout that it's ever had. So, what are you expecting from D23 this year? I know we've talked about the possibility of attending it to be part of it, but what are you expecting from D23 this year, especially on the park side, since that's where, we talk about the most?
Well, specifically for Disney World, I expect to get a release date or an opening date for Tron. If we don't have that by then, I expect, and if not a hard date, at least like a range, expect it around this time. I could also, you and I speculated last time, I could also see them saying on September 9th, 10th, 11th, pick a day to go. It's opening October 1st. Pass holder previews start this week. I could totally see him pulling something like that off. But I could also see him saying, oh, it'll be spring of next year. I also hope that we'll get an Epcot update to know for sure what is happening, what isn't happening, and an updated timeline on that. And then I really expect them to give us a teaser of the Bayou Splashdown or Bayou Adventure.
Yeah, Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Yes, Splash Mountain, the retheming.
Yes.
Fully expect to see a whole bunch of concept art, and they've given us a timeline, they gave us the name, but now I expect to see, hey, that room, well, now it's going to kind of look like this, and now that room is going to kind of look like this. I would expect those things to be coming. In terms of land, I expect them to fully announce that show that I kind of stumbled onto in my
Momentous.
Yeah.
Or wondrous or
wondrous. So I would expect that announcement to be made if it is a real thing or not. And then outside of that, I just don't know about the global parks in terms of, you and I don't obviously do as much over there, so we pay attention a little bit to it, but I can't speculate what's next for really any of them.
Well, you've got the Tomorrowland retheme in Tokyo going on. You've got the expansion of Frozen over in Paris, the expansion of Frozen in Hong Kong, and this whole debacle that is Galaxy's Edge in Paris right now, that they've announced it and then they decided, maybe we're going to change it. So the parks panel is actually on September 11th. I want to say it starts at 10 a.m. So that would be West Coast time, so 1 p.m. Eastern. And it's something that you can go online and you can follow. I'm sure like Scott Gustin, Brooke McDonald, those types of people are going to be live tweeting from the parks panel, so that we the people that don't get to go are going to know kind of in real time what's going on with those announcements. Because in the end, when it comes to the parks, those are the two big things. I mean, or when it comes to Disney, you're looking at movie announcements for the next couple of years, which they let all the cat's out of the bag at Comic-Con this year for Marvel. And then park announcements for the next couple of years, whether it's a new ride, whether it's a new land, that kind of stuff. Whether it's the return of Happily Ever After, the Magic Kingdom, that's where they're going to announce that kind of thing. You don't think it's coming back?
No, they brought it back for those couple of special nights, but that's about it.
So past that, so D23, like I said, sold out last week. Earliest sellout that we've ever had on D23. So let's talk about some of the things that are coming as soon as tomorrow. So tomorrow, MagicBand Plus releases. Not only within the parks, but there's also going to be a sale on Shop Disney as well. And that the MagicBand Pluses are going to go live at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Shop Disney. And it's going to be on the same page that you find the regular Magic Bands. But they've released, 6 different designs right now. And you can go on Disney Parks blog and check out the designs. So, Peter, tell everybody kind of what these Magic Bands are going to do different than a regular Magic Band.
The biggest thing that they're going to do is, I guess 2 biggest things they're going to do. They're using lights. They're going to interact with the parks a lot more. So, for example, if I'm in Epcot or Magic Kingdom, during those fireworks shows, my Magic Band Plus is going to be sitting there sending light patterns, different light colors, light, effects, while that fireworks show is happening, to kind of like interact with that fireworks show. And then on top of that, it is going to unlock some sort of exclusive, I guess would be the best way to put it, some exclusive interactions around different parks. So, for example, there's this bounty hunter quest in Galaxy's Edge that you have to have a Magic Band Plus for, and you have to use the Play Disney app along with your Magic Band Plus, and that will allow you to basically embark on this quest in Galaxy's Edge. On top of that, they're going to interact with the 50th anniversary statues, all the golden statues around, for you to kind of like collect them almost, it seems like. And then again, I believe it's going to integrate into the Play Disney Parks app, where you basically scan them and then they'll like show up in your collection, and then you can like interact with them in that app. So those are the biggest, just to like put it just in a really simple sense. Magic Band just kind of scans you into things. Magic Band Plus is going to like cause those things to light up and interact with fireworks. And then Magic Band Plus will unlock some exclusive experiences around the park that nothing else will really interact with. So kind of excited. We're definitely going to get them. Hold on, my daughter just walked in here, so I'm going to mute. You give your thoughts on all this going on here.
Okay. So on top of what Peter said, the Magic Band Pluses are also going to act just like the regular Magic Bands, even if the battery for the vibration and the lights goes out. So there's going to be the battery for the vibration, the lights that can be recharged is probably going to be a USB-C charging port on the side of it. And then there is enough battery for it still to act as the point of sale charge back to the room device. It's going to be able to open up your hotel door, and it's going to be able to get you in and out of the parks. So even if your MagicBand Plus dies middle of the day and you don't have the lights and vibration, you're still going to be able to do those things that you would be able to do with a regular MagicBand for however long. And it sounds like the MagicBand Plus batteries are good for a year or so. So we'll see how that goes. They are going to start at $34.99 for kind of the standard designs, and they will have their special editions and all that kind of stuff. And it'll probably, if it follows the same price structure as the regular MagicBands, I would bet you that the special edition ones are going to be close to $55 for some of those limited edition ones. So out in time for, they've got a month to get a Halloween one put together. They've got a couple of months to get a Christmas one. So those are probably going to be your first two special edition MagicBands, I would imagine, MagicBand Pluses that are coming out.
I'll let you know which ones I order tomorrow morning.
Let's see, what else do we have going on around the parks? We'll go back to that here in a second. So Disney Cruise Lines, Disney Boardwalk. We've been talking about this a little bit because it kind of involves one of our local businesses here in central Indiana. But there's some big changes coming to the Disney Boardwalk. And the first one is getting ready to open here in the next couple of weeks, I believe. The Boardwalk Deli. So it's going to be a northeastern style deli. And some of the flavors that they have announced, it's like a breakfast bagel, breakfast everything bagel sandwich, or everything bagel sandwich, bagel breakfast sandwich, plant-based ciabatta sandwich with egg Florentine. They've got, your classic Reubens, that kind of stuff, and then cannolis, blueberry scones, all kinds of stuff for the bakery side. This is replacing the Boardwalk Bakery, but I don't know that this is going to be known for their bakery items, because the Cake Bake Shop is going to be inhabiting the old ESPN club, and they've taken the last about month to tear out everything from that old ESPN club. And Gwendolyn Rogers, the owner of Cake Bake Shop, was down there actually this past weekend to walk the site as they start to rebuild that building to the Cake Bake Shop. So big changes on the boardwalk. I posted over on our Facebook page today that this is going to add a lot of traffic to the boardwalk area. I think the boardwalk area, during the day especially, has been a relatively dead zone. With these two places coming on board, Peter, what are your thoughts? Have you been to a Cake Bake Shop here in Indiana yet?
Yeah, one time, but I sat in the car, so kind of, but not really.
So basically, I've been to one a few times. So what launched Cake Bake Shop is this Gwendolyn Rogers not only ended up being on Oprah's favorite things list, but she has been a baker for a ton of Hollywood celebrities and athletes. And if you walk through, especially the Broad Ripple location just has signed stuff everywhere from people that have had cakes done by her. Now this is going to be by far the biggest location that she has. So this will be the third location. It will be the biggest. And what I'm hoping is that they have a walk-up window, because you're talking about premium slices of cake. These aren't just like, oh, it's a piece of cake. These are $15-$20 pieces of cake and you've put that Disney tax on them, I bet you some of the high-end cakes are going to be close to $30. And that's going to be for one piece of cake. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I mean, plus you should be able, like you can here, you should be able to kind of like book the experience where, you know, you can go in and you can have coffee or tea and a cake. You can go in and you can get like a cake sampler tray. You can do like
I'm interested. I'm interested to see everything that's actually included with this location, since you know you're going to have that Boardwalk Deli basically right next door to it. How much are they going to bring in of the brunch menu? Is there going to be? I mean, the space is large enough that obviously they're going to have a sit down area.
Yeah.
But what is going to be involved with that sit down area?
Yeah. It'll be interesting. Only time will tell. But yeah, like you said, she was just down there. There was a whole news publicity piece put out about it of her walking the boardwalk and checking out the location. So it'll be pretty exciting for sure. It'll be interesting to see how it shows up. It'd be interesting if they like, I don't know, sort of like bippity boppity boutique it a little bit.
The Carmel location is over the top. As far as like sparkle lights and that kind of stuff, I think it's going to be very similar to that.
Right.
So it's going to fit. I mean, it's going to be. I think it's going to be out of place at Boardwalk, but it's going to fit with Disney.
I don't know if it'll be out of place. I mean, Flying Fish is a really, really nice upscale restaurant. I mean, Trattoria del Forno is no slouch. You got the Dueling Pianos bar down the. So there's definitely the entire premise of the boardwalk is like the opulence of, you know, the 20s, the 10s, 20s, 30s boardwalk.
Yeah.
Of New England. So I mean, I think glitz and glamour is going to fit right in. If anything, it'll help the boardwalk really, really get what it's going for. I
think that's kind of where I see Cake Bake fitting in is really helping the boardwalk, and kind of building that reservation base up, because you know for years my pivot reservation for any morning, because I knew I could get a reservation there, was Trattoria. But I think with the opening of this restaurant, I think that pivot's going to be a little harder, because I think you're going to see more people utilizing the boardwalk for meals and then walking over there to get a piece of cake and then going back to their room or something like that. Almost like you do over with Beaches and Cream.
Yeah,
so
it's good though.
Three pools are closing for refurbishment. These are like way ahead of schedule announcements. Normally we'll get them like, 6 months ahead of schedule. These are over a year away. So three pools, they're going to close in January of 2024 and reopen around April. Is the Fantasia pool at Disney's All-Star Movies Resort, the Fuentes del Moro pool at Caribbean Beach, and the Doubloon Lagoon over at Port Orleans French Quarter. Guests staying at these resorts may utilize the other pools during the downtime. Pool refurbs, pretty normal thing. Doesn't say anything, and we're so far out that we're not going to have any permits or anything if they were going to change anything. But I know one of the three pools here is at one of your favorite resorts, the Fuentes del Moro pool. Is that the main pool there, or is that one of the secondaries? Do you know?
No, that's the big guy.
That's the big guy?
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, it's... Well, there's not really much more to say. But you're right. It is absolutely my favorite go-to resort. So right now, I will give you an update on my personal stuff. I told you we are popping down there here in, under 60 days, because I already booked dining. But
nice.
just in case my son happens to stumble across this podcast, I won't give the exact dates on here. Um, but because we're popping down there, we decided to forego the cruise to spring break. So now, instead of being on the Dream, we are going to be on
The Wish.
Yes. So I decided to push off the Dream because you have Dream experiences. I decided to go find a cruise heading out on the Wish so that I could see the grand flagship of the Disney Cruise Lines. And so looking forward to that spring break. And so I've already booked some Caribbean beach for the land portion of my, because I'm going to land and see it. So
There you go.
yeah, so I already booked, just to your point, Caribbean beach. That is my go-to. Because I can't book DVC that far out yet. And, well, I can book it at Riviera, but we are trying to stay somewhere else. But speaking of, we're staying at Grand Floridian. Did I tell you that last week?
Oh, is that where you're jumping down to?
Oh, yeah, I mentioned that to you. Because we
Yeah.
were talking about the different types of, yeah, anyway.
So no, I think that's a pretty good transition because we've got a lot of cruise news. Cruise news. That was released last week. Disney Cruise Line announced the itineraries for the fall of 2023, and they include the Halloween cruises and some of the Very Merry cruises for next year, and a move to a new port, which it has kind of been in the works for a while. But we're going to start seeing Disney Cruise Lines going out of Fort Lauderdale as well, which is about 4 hours from Orlando, as opposed to the 40 minutes to Port Canaveral. So Halloween on the High Seas cruises will return from mid-September through October of 2023. And they are going to include the Mickey's Mouse Parade Party and Trick-or-Treating at Sea. And then from November through early December, Disney Cruise Line ships will be extra merry and bright during the Very Merry Time cruises. Celebrate the spirit of the holiday season. On these sailings, Disney Magic will take a whole new meaning with characters dressed in festive garb, head to mistletoe, and special tree lighting ceremony, holiday decor, and special guests Santa and Mrs. Claus. Bookings open to the public on July 28th, so here in a couple of days. More details can be found on Disney Cruise Line. Also, the Disney Dream is going to be having a season in 2023 over in Europe. So it's going to start sail from New York City for the first time. Families will enjoy 4, 5, and 6 night sailings from the Big Apple to Bermuda, where they'll explore the island's renowned pink sand beaches, world-class shopping, aquatic adventures, distinctive British and Caribbean culture, blah, 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 blah. Starting November 2023, Disney Cruise Line will find New South Florida home in Port Everglades, offering 4 and 5 night cruises aboard the Disney Dream to tropical locales in the Western Caribbean and Bahamas. Places like Grand Cayman, Cozumel, Nassau, from Disney Cruise Line's second year-round home port. So, and then on top of that, you've got Castaway Cay and then Lighthouse Cove, which will open early 2024. So yeah, so they're just kind of building those itineraries, and you'll start seeing a lot of that stuff really, really starting to fill out for next year. So you've got a spring break cruise on the Wish. That's pretty awesome. So we've got a big 2023 already started, as far as new adventures.
Yep.
Going out. Real quick one to thank
Paris, and then we're gonna ride on a Wish.
Yeah, Kyla Aune, Aune, Ani, for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Thank you very much. We appreciate it a lot. And then over on the Twitch channel, we had Twitch channel Azamutual Pro. Followed over on Twitch. Thank you for following over there. Like I said, we're trying to build that Twitch channel out. Kind of see what we can do there. Trying to figure out Brian's doing. Brian's supposed to jump on and do something. But it is my brother, so we'll figure this out. It's a surprise. So he goes, when are you going live? I said 7:15. I said, hey, can you do something for me? He's like, yeah, I'll do it. We're a half hour in. He hasn't done it yet.
Huh. Interesting.
Let's see. What else do we got over D23?
We already did that.
Yeah, that's closing. We're on here. Anything that you've seen, heard in the last week?
No, not really. It's been I mean, I felt like last week I was like chomping at the bit to get on this show because there was just so much going on, but I don't know. Let me see if I can find some other stuff. There's a new purse. There's a new fashion collection featuring the Haunted Mansion stretching room images. The Avengers campus, the arc reactor tiles are up and illuminated and look absolutely glorious. They released more stuff about Victoria and Albert's, but we talked about that last week. Yeah. Oh,
here we go.
Got something.
The new Avengers phase, what is this? Phase 5 and 6 now.
There was a big fight the other day. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, there was a huge fight at Walt Disney World over by...
That was at the TTC.
Oh, it was at King Arthur's. It was within... Was there another fight over there?
Apparently, yeah.
Jeez. Okay, so for you Marvel fans...
What is this, Universal?
Yeah, Phase 5... Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania, February 17th, 2023. Marvel Studios Secret Invasion, spring of 2023. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, May 5th, 2023. Echo, summer of 2023. The Disney Plus series Loki Season 2, summer of 2023. July 28th, 2023, The Marvels. Have you watched Miss Marvel?
No, I have not.
It's interesting. You should check it out. And definitely stay through the credits on the last episode. Marvel Studios Blade, November 3rd, 2023. Ironheart, fall of 2023. Agatha, Coven of Chaos, winter 2023, early 2024.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
Daredevil, Born Again, spring 2024. Captain America, New World Order, May 3rd, 2024. That is Phase 5. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 movies and 2 series, I believe.
So back to other news. There's a new Dwarf specialty cone at Storybook Treats.
Okay.
And it's kind of alternating between the 7 different dwarves. The cone color changes, and then the little chocolate piece has a different dwarf featured on it. And then the person in charge of Moana Journey of Water.
Oh, release the map.
Yeah, release kind of like the map of the land. So it looks pretty neat. It literally follows the water cycle. Mm-hmm. And it looks like you're going to be able to stop at different areas and do a little bit of interaction, a little bit of like play. Also paths, obviously water interactives, but along with maybe some guided learning. So looks pretty cool. So there's
let's end this on a Disney woke moment. Bippity Boppity Boutique.
Yeah, it's opening.
It already has opened.
Oh, I know, yeah.
But they have changed the name of the people that work there now from Fairy Godmothers in Training to Fairy Godmothers Apprentices. Just to be gender neutral with it. Thanks, Disney.
Well, but it does open the ability for a male cast member to now work at Bippity Boppity Boutique.
It does, and I think there were before.
Right, but then so you're calling them fairy godmothers in training. So I'm a godmother. I would not want to work there and be called a godmother in training.
You are fulfilling a character, not necessarily a gender role. Fairy godmother is fairy godmother.
Right, and I have the wrong biological equipment to be a fairy godmother. Is my point.
So there's that. Peter, how is travel looking for this winter and next spring so far?
We've talked about it. You know, it's kind of slowed down as we anticipated, but there was no way that the rate of late 2021 into 2022 was going to maintain itself. But not bad. We got a few fall things going on. Working with a couple clients right now, trying to find them some fall things, Christmas cruises. Spring break conversations are starting to happen, you know, with some people, but you know, obviously there's always room for more. And just on a side note, this is more of a personal conversation, but I'm gonna say it live on the podcast. DY is working his way towards what we're going to, so obviously you and I have plenty of room to take on more individuals to help plan your magical vacations, as Matt and I kind of, I don't know, shift gears or expand roles or whatever you want to say. So pretty exciting stuff. So ultimately, you know, the next couple of years are going to be pretty exciting. So
yeah,
whether a lot comes or a little comes, it's still just a lot of fun planning Disney vacations and staying up to date with what they're doing in the parks.
Yeah, and where can people find you?
Facebook is the easiest way. If you type in Disney Travel Agent, I'll be one of the top hits. Princesses and the Mouse. You'll find me and my family standing in front of Expedition Everest. Need to update that photo because my kids are like 2 or 3 years older than that photo. So probably need to update that photo, but that's us. We're standing in front of Expedition Everest smiling. And then you'll know you're in the right place. And then I'd be happy to speak with you and figure out, here's the great thing about working with me. I am not a travel agent, so I will make your Disney vacation what you need it to be for your family and from a price standpoint and everything else like that. I will never upsell you. I will never try to make you do something that you then regret. I am going to work to figure out what does Disney need to look like for you and your family, because this is a passion, much less than it is a career. So, but obviously, if you have other travel professionals, they know exactly what they're doing and they'll help you out as well. But just speaking from my own conversations, because there are plenty of times where I'm like, you don't need to stay at Contemporary. You want to go to Hollywood Studios 3 times.
No, and that's where experience comes in handy, definitely. So, Peter, thanks for jumping on and joining us tonight. I know you've got golf season starting up here real soon, so you'll kind of be spotty here through the fall. But whenever you have a chance, definitely let me know and jump on and we'll chat some Disney. Okay, man?
All right. We have 2 minutes and 59 seconds. I guess I will say my fond farewells.
All right. I'll
Can
talk
I
to
do
you.
it Sound of Music style?
Go for it.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen. No.
Okay. Bye, Peter.
Bye.
That was Peter with Princesses and the Mouse Disney Travel. Like he said, you can find him over on Facebook at PATM Disney Travel. And you can just hit him up with a DM and just let him know what you're looking for Disney-wise and start that conversation. And he will be more than willing to help you out. Want to say a couple of thank yous here real quick. Angela Hale, thank you. Hello. Over on the YouTube chat. Again, Kyla Anu on YouTube, thank you for subscribing. And as a mutual pro over on Twitch. Thanks for following over there. Couple of things over on Twitter. Thank you guys for the shares and the likes on today's stream. Lift Guy, Anus Pro, DC Collision, Blazed retweets. As always, you guys help get the word out to about 30,000 people for me, and I appreciate it immensely. But again, thank you all very much for joining us. If you are hanging out till the end of the stream, we will be releasing our conversation with the Wilhoit family here in the next couple of weeks. They sat down with me last week to discuss their trip. It was their first trip to Disney World. We discussed kind of the planning process and everything that went on once they got down there. It was a really fun conversation. Unfortunately, one of the cameras that we had set up didn't work, so you guys don't get to look at me any. It'll be all about them. And then who knows where we're going to go from there. Peter and I have some stuff sitting ready to go, so we'll figure it out from there and move on. So again, thank you guys all very much for joining us tonight. I am Matt with the DPI podcast, and we're going to get into the closing. So Peter with Princesses and the Mouse Disney Travel joined us tonight. You can catch him over on Facebook at PATM Disney Travel and get a trip booked. Us about the parks or just questions in general, best place to do it over on Facebook at DPI Podcast. We are on Instagram at Princesses and the Mouse, the YouTube channel, the Disney Planning Insights Podcast, and if you just want to have some general Disney banter, over on Twitter at Disney Insights. Thank you guys all very much for watching, listening, everything that you do. We will see you next week in the month of August. Have a good week, everybody. Stay